Welcome to the Medium channel, and welcome Josh Kanowitz, aka Mr. Floyd, and Mr. Floyd's channeling channel. And I'll type up on the post how you can get to his channel. It's just Mr. Floyd Channelings, basically, and that's all you need on YouTube to find that. So anyway, thank you so much for joining us today, Josh. Welcome.
Thank you, Adam. I appreciate you having me on the show.
Very good. So if some of you don't know Josh, a lot of you do. He does channeling work with Saint Germain and Archangel Raphael, and he just kind of dove right in. Basically, now we had Josh on about a year ago, 18 months ago, roughly, for an interview about an awakening story, and I found it really fascinating. So what we're going to do today is, we might chat for a few minutes, but actually we're going to let Josh do some channeling, some live channeling for you. And I'm just keeping an eye on the chat also. So you have Suzette. Yeah, long time no see, Suzette. Yeah. And hi, Laura. Hi, Millie. And Horses Triggers Hope. Welcome. And other people will find us. Hi, Heen, or Heene. Hi, Victoria.
Hey.
Hi, Brooke. Hi, CC. And everybody else that's in. Right now, there's 11 on the chat. That'll go up. And, of course, a lot of people will watch this as a video. So, what I'm fascinated with is how quickly you just kind of dove in. You developed your channeling abilities, and all of a sudden you were doing it on YouTube. It's like, I turned around. It's like, wow, Mr. Floyd's no longer just Mr. Floyd. It's Mr. Floyd's Mr. Floyd channeling. So how did you wind up getting into channeling in the first place?
I channeling kind of got into me.
Yeah.
I felt the call to do YouTube. I had to do something. Obviously, if you're a light worker, you get to the point where you got to do something.
Right.
And so I started doing it. I started my channel based on like finding in your universe. So one day I'm driving to a friend's house and I saw a hawk. It was just sitting on a tree. And so I slammed the car brakes, jumped out, and it was a quick short. And there's no cars, it's a country road. So I grabbed the phone and I'm shooting up the video. And I'm like, this is the sign. I have no idea what this means, but it's a sign. And so I go to my friends, I get home. That night, I'm hearing, like, I'd heard it before, and we all channel in some aspect. You're in the shower and you hear this weird voice. It's like, what? But that's your higher self or something. If you're in that loose space, or if you're in your car, especially, that's where we're like the most centered for some reason. So if you're in your car, you might get this download and hear this voice. So I listened. I heard it, and so I grabbed the phone. I don't have anything on in the background of my house. Usually it's just quiet. I turned off the TV years ago. And so I just grabbed the phone and grabbed the voice recorder. I wasn't about to record myself video wise, but I'm like, this has to be recorded. I'm hearing something and I'm speaking back to it and I'm getting feedback. So I just recorded it. And since I already had the YouTube channel and I posted the hawk the day before as a sign, obviously the two and two came together, and I couldn't not but post it, and it just started flooding. And for like that 3 months, it was just like come home from work and channel, come home from work and channel. We found the balance there, but for a while it was like every other day I was pumping an hour channeling. It was just coming right out.
That's very cool. Yeah, and getting on YouTube. Yeah, it's like it's New Year's Eve 2019. This is how we all have our stories of how we got on YouTube. And I do ceremonies. It's interesting because I don't. When I connect with spirit, I don't get the voices. I feel them. I know they're here, but I'm not hearing them. I'm just kind of knowing, and then I get a lot of images also. So I do my ceremony. This I actually did hear though, and they're saying, to get on YouTube, there's going to be need for it. And my first reaction is, what? Are you crazy? If you see me on camera, it's like, OMG. And first I argued with it, but I accepted the challenge. And, I did my affirmations. My first video was a 1-minute Instagram video that took me two plus hours to film. It was bloody awful. I had to keep redoing it. But, it's power of repetition. That's how we reprogram our minds, through repetition, through affirmation. So I did both of them. I kept practicing. I'm still getting better. I'm still developing, almost 4 years later, but that's how I got on. And then 2 months later, there's a pandemic, the people are all stressed or whatever. And so I started on the summer solstice. This will be the 4th year that I've been on, basically. Yeah. So, before like you even got the urge to channel, do you feel like you were connected with Saint Germain or Archangel Raphael beforehand, or
Archangel Raphael, yes. Saint Germain, sort of. It's kind of weird. Archangel Raphael came in about 2 years earlier, and I was literally standing in the same apartment, just on the other side of this table, and he tapped me like right there on the shoulder. I felt it. Like I was watching. There's a channel, the Archangel Raphael Kelly, and she does channeling of Archangel Raphael. And so I was watching it, and if you're watching if you're in sync with what you're watching, sometimes you'll zone out and start having your own downloads because you're in the same vibration. So it picks you up, and you start getting your own stuff. And so I kind of zoned out of the video and started getting these downloads. And next thing I knew, I felt Archangel Raphael, a literal tap on my shoulder. And it was Archangel Raphael who had tapped me on the shoulder. And the message was, hey, you're done with the dark night of the soul. It's time to start chugging forward. You've done enough sitting in the dark. It's time. The healing now is in the process of moving forward, not sitting there crying it out anymore, so to speak. And then years later, leading up to finding that, seeing that hawk and then channeling that night, if you walk into like grocery store or whatever, a liquor store, and not that I drink or anything, but if you're with people and you go into a liquor store, and then I was seeing Saint Germain bottles. There's this white bottle that has Saint Germain in black letters, and you see it, and it's like, that's it. But normally, if it's not meant to stand out, you're just going to see the bottle and not think about it. But it stood out. Like, why is Saint Germain? Okay, and then I turned my head the other way. There's another bottle of alcohol on the other side of the store, Saint Germain again, and I just felt something. And this was like 2 weeks before I started channeling Saint Germain. But that's the first introduction that I had. And then it was that night that it was like Archangel Raphael came in, and he's like, no, I brought Saint Germain in because you're an open channel, and he's an easy energetic match for you and his message.
Yeah. I have a feeling, and you've kind of expressed this on your channel anyways, that you're saying that Archangel Raphael just kind of sets the energy, and you're really more working with Saint Germain with the verbal channeling.
Yes.
Basically, kind of said that. Saint Germain always fascinated me. He's had this elixir of longevity. His life activities were traced at least 110 years. So he lived a long life, and then there's teachers that believe that he's really Katumi, the ascended master, in a different body. So I've heard that also.
Yes.
I mean, I've never really channeled Saint Germain to my knowledge. I may have, but I've always been interested, and I work a lot with Violet Fire. I find the whole thing fascinating. I love watching different people channel, watching their different styles and everything. So I don't know if you get a certain feeling when it's time to channel, or if you can describe how you shift when they're coming in at all, or
There's really no shift at this point. There was before. It's weird. If you watch the early channelings, when you can see me, the first 2 or 3 are like all audio. But it took me a minute to get my confidence up. Sure. To the layperson who doesn't understand, I mean, we got to look kind of off the hook, so to speak. But if you don't understand what we're doing, and so it took a moment there. But no, really, there's really nothing at the beginning. Yeah, there was this. I would burp, and I'd have body things. I get heartburn, and all kinds of different body aches and such. Now, if I want to drop into a channeling, I can do it instantly. I get no ill effects. The craziest thing that'll happen is I feel like spacey at the end. So it's like you see me when I'm done. When I'm done channeling, I do like a shake it off, kind of like a dog shaking off water, just to shake off the kind of the energies and kind of move it out. But otherwise, up to about 2 months ago, after I would channel for like a half an hour, I would have this big string of burps, like the energy would leave in burps. But really, just to get into channeling, as far as like, if I feel the urge, I'll hear Saint Germain's voice go, Why haven't you channeled? Where are you? What are you doing? Why are you sitting there just watching YouTube when you can be creating YouTube? Get off your duff, basically. And I'll hear that just like you hear any other message in your head, but I know it's Saint Germain, but it's like your higher voice. But for me, I know it's Saint Germain. And so it's like, all right, let me get off my duff here and let me see what I'm doing. And it's like, no, just get in channel. What are you doing? Why are you just sitting there?
Yeah, I love hearing that. I mean, with me, because it's like what I do is more of an energetic channeling. It's like I feel like my hands light up, basically, like somebody that's about to do Reiki, and then I'll be talking, then my arms will go, and I'm like, why did this happen? I'm like, oh, the master teachers are here. They want to work through me and everything like that as well. But it just sounds like, it feels like that Saint Germain's really like your spirit guide, and you doing the channeling is sort of his way of helping you to develop basically your spirituality as well
Exactly.
as the messages. And I think that's great. So I think the idea is to keep on going and to do that. So
yeah, slow and steady wins the race with channeling for sure. Yeah, Saint Germain. Yeah, it's
and YouTube for
one step at a time. It's just one step at a time. And just do its consistency. The message is really it's targeted at me. I'm not going to lie. It's, hey, get off, go build your universe. Get off your duff. What are you doing? But it's targeted to everybody. It's my message. It's your message. I mean, we're all mirrors of each other anyway. So if you're watching it, it's your message too.
Yeah, I find the same thing. Like I do my psychic readings and my mediumship work and all that, and it's like there's these themes like every day, and it's like I know that they're my messages also, and I think if we can be open of heart, not in our egos, like we're not like the grand poobahs or spiritual teachers or channels. It's like, no, they're talking to us also. We've got a ways to go too. We're in process as well. But I feel like it's just a wonderful thing that we can be like, examples, not even so much teachers or leaders, but examples that, like in myself, it's like I had paralyzing performance anxiety on camera. I learned to do mediumship, in front of hundreds of people. It wasn't a problem to get up in front of hundreds of people, not knowing what I was going to say. Public speaking is the number one fear if you have a script. So I don't know. It's like, I hope spirit's going to come through, and they always do. But you put a freaking camera in front of me, it's like, deer in the headlight. So in a way, like doing this YouTube thing, it's helping me to build a business, to build a following, to get my message out. But it's really my training, and I think the same with you also. And it's like you're taking so many people with you, and it's just like you're just going to keep growing and growing, basically.
Thank you.
And I don't know if you see the on
no,
the
I can't see any of it on stream.
Laura's just saying, Josh, it's so amazing to see how you've grown and evolved. I saw your awakening story for the first time on Adam's channel more than a year ago, and I sensed there was something very special about you.
Laura, thank you. Thank you.
Laura's saying, I love that analogy. You're both great examples. And
thank you.
Merlodika, I don't recognize your name, so thank you. Welcome. I don't know if that's one of your people or if that's somebody that just found us, but thank you for being here and everything. And we're going to do Mr. Floyd. I always want to call you Mr. Floyd.
Josh, Mr. Floyd.
But it's Josh. Josh is going to do some live channeling. But I know you found my channel a while ago, and you come on Tarot Times. And it's funny because I pictured you as being an old man, which is interesting. And you're obviously you're younger than I am. You may not see yourself as a young man, but you're definitely younger than me. What are you, 40 or 50? All right, I'm 65, so you're a young man in my book. But
but you're not old.
But I'm not old. I'll always be young, even when I'm 90. I'll still be young. But yeah, it's just like in my mind, I'm usually good at picking up on things. I saw you as an old man, like about 80 years old, wise, watching YouTube, and it's like once I met you, it's like I didn't quite get that one right, but I think that's more just your persona, your energy. But
thank you.
Great you found. I mean, everything happens for a reason, of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, and we all love music. We have the same taste in music. I mean, Josh,
the same Dead shows.
Mother. it's like this funny thing. I know when you said you were at RFK 93, it's like I
Right.
knew somehow we ran into each other. We crossed paths. It's like I know that. I don't know if we even said a word to each other or whatever, but there's like how many, like 40,000 people at RFK. I mean, those are
More than
big.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, those are huge freaking shows. Yeah.
Amazing.
So that was a dead show. Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't that Sting that opened? I think it was Sting that opened that one.
God, I don't even.
Yeah, it was Sting. He was not. It was either Sting. No, that might have been Steve Miller. He didn't move. He just stood there like a brick in white, and he was not happy. But I guess he got burned out on Dead Tour there. But yeah,
I think I was in the parking lot. I missed I totally missed the opening act, man.
right on. Well, parking lot at RFK was something special.
Oh yeah. That's what the scene was great, back in the day. Although in the '90s, there's some ugly things that were going on. Also, it wasn't like the '70s, but it was still a nice scene. But anyway, these are our roots. Learning about music. The Grateful Dead gave me appreciation of all kinds of music that I didn't have appreciation before I got into them. Like bluegrass, like the blues, they covered a lot of ground in their music for sure. So they gave me a lot of appreciation. And when my first show, I mean, I was altered, on LSD, my first show in 1978. And by the third song, Jerry starts to look around, and our eyes met briefly, and I had this vision that we were all together in the desert. There's no music, but he was leading almost. He wasn't Jesus, but it was that kind of a scenario. There was a spiritual teacher. The Deadheads were following the same people, 200 or 2,000 years ago, and I was like, now I get it. Why some people are crazy about the Dead, and other people are like, I don't get. I mean, their music's good, but I don't get this. And it's like, well, you weren't there. We were there. You weren't there. So these are part of our spiritual roots, basically. So
totally.
So I don't know if anybody has a brief question for Mr. Floyd. I'll call you by that name.
Either one. Mr. Floyd was just. I changed my handle from my name because I'd gone to see David Gilmour and it just looked cool and it was different. And so when I did the channel, I just like, that's who. It's already what I'm known. I'll just leave it. And it may change at some point, but for now, it just works.
Yeah, he is saying the first time I met Mr. Floyd in the chat room of Inspire Nation with Michael Sandler, asked him if he was related to Uncle Floyd.
I remember that. Thank you, Henny. I do. You know what? I remember that. That's funny.
I kind of get this feeling of like you just expanding and doing more like live events also, not just on YouTube. And I don't know if that's something that you've
actually
gone on or
I've been pondering. There's a bookstore here and it's funny. The bookstore's name, of all names, of course, is the Goddess Isis Bookstore. And so if you were right, and if you were doing exactly, and so if you're doing I got my ankh underneath here. So if you were doing like a spiritual book tour or something, you would end up there. I was going to go this weekend, but my universe, I don't want to dervish my way in there, so I'm going to get some business cards and stuff first. But I'm still feeling the ISIS is giving me the drag to go there, the push to go there, but I professional up a little bit. I'm working on building up a website and stuff right now.
Good for you. Yeah, we're working on a new website where we can market courses and stuff like that. So anyway, I just want to see if anybody has any questions. Millie's saying watching the evolution is amazing. I've noticed the same thing. So I've seen that in the time I've known you also.
Thank you.
Somebody Dika saying beautiful children. So I think we're children then, I guess. We're children of God or divine source, basically.
We're all just mirrors of each other.
That's interesting because horses triggers help says I can feel energy through your hand movements, Josh. So maybe that's just a sign that you may start to do some energy healing, or maybe you're starting to do that already.
I went to a place. There's a place called the Star Retreat up in Boulder. The place is gorgeous. It's like gridded out perfectly north-south, and they have these reclaimed trees that have apparently given permission, and each one represents one of the 12 signs of the zodiac. It's amazing. And there's a star, the star gridded out in the ceiling and the floor. It's a stunning place. So, but they did a light language ceremony there. It was like 2-3 weeks ago, And there was 5 people doing basically the same thing Adam does on Medium when he does his light language channeling. But there's 5 of them doing that, and it activated something within myself. So now when I'm channeling through Saint Germain, I mean, obviously the energies of the voice itself, it's not my voice. If you can tell, it doesn't sound like me at all. So the energies of the voice within itself have its own energies, light language. But now, yes, because I was in all that energy and bathed in that for like an hour and a half of people doing light language. Pardon me, I got a hair in my mouth. I know, right? So yeah, I kind of fell through. And so now when Saint Germain comes through, there's also movement that I didn't have before that's picking up as well. A couple of weeks ago, and I have it on audio, I was able to channel Archangel Michael, but it almost blew my heart out with the energies that kind of came through. So I had to actually stop the channeling.
Wow.
Yeah, it was when I had a split once where Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain came in separately, and I could feel it, like I'm buffered in the middle there. And my heart just couldn't take it. And it was the same deal. It was like when Archangel Michael came in and Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain were there as well. It's like, look, this is too much energy. Because you can feel it in your heart. And then you have, as a channeler, and Adam would know, you have to kind of watch it because you're getting all this energy surging through you. And if you're not careful, your heart, it can take a toll on you physically.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's a good point. That we have to take care of ourselves, and I'm more known as a medium than a channel. Mediumship is more with the spirits that are passed on or whatever. But we have to take care of these vehicles. We're dealing with higher energies, and sometimes people don't understand that. I've seen many a good medium have terrible health issues, and they not taking care of that vehicle basically. But the thing with the hands that they're picking up on, that they feel the energy from your hand. Well, you are channeling Archangel Raphael, the healer. So I'm not surprised by that. And then Saint Germain with his elixir of longevity. I mean, he knew a thing or two about healing also, for sure, and everything. And I wouldn't be surprised because the group that I work with, that I call the master teacher, they come to a lot of people, and sometimes I'll tell people, I think they want to come to you also. So you may be starting to pick up on that energy as well, and then in which case you may start to do some frequency channeling. You'd add on to it. I think you're already starting to do that. Anyway, Patriot Chick is saying that lately I've had some very vivid dreams of people I don't know. My friend said it's probably people from another life cycle. So that was
That's possible.
Question. I think that's possible. Other life cycle, other timeline, that kind of a thing. But it's all family. It's all soul family.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if they're very vivid dreams. I'm seeing, as I'm addressing that question, I'm seeing UFOs in my mind. So I think we're talking about extraterrestrial, interdimensional energy with that also. So anyway, I noticed we've been on about 20 minutes. Would you like to do a little channeling?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. If you want to ask any questions, I can do a free channeling. I'm going to drop into Saint Germain and Archangel Raphael.
I'm gonna drop out of the video for a while. So we're gonna just highlight Josh now.
There we go. All right, so we'll just treat this like I do on Tuesday nights. I do this live Tuesday nights on my channel. So basically, my process, I count backwards, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As I'm going down, I put my head down. Do I really need to do that on a deeper channel like this? Yes. If I'm just like standing there going, Saint Germain, what do you think I should? Do you have any opinion on this? No, I can ask Saint Germain a question and it'll just pop right out, answer it, and I go on with my day. But in order to get into a deeper trance, it helps to it's more of a ritual than actually doing anything per se, but the ritual helps to kind of bring my energies into that space. So I'm going to count down from 5. When my head comes back up, I'll be channeling Saint Germain and Archangel Raphael. The energy that you'll be hearing is Saint Germain. Archangel Raphael is just like it was just the introduction energy. It's still there and it's always going to be there, but it doesn't translate per se. I'm not going to be like, this is Archangel Raphael now speaking. Never happens. It's strictly Saint Germain. All right, so I'm going to count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome. Thank you. We are Saint Germain and Archangel Raphael. We are grateful, very grateful to Adam Bernstein and the Medium Channel for this amazing opportunity to be with you today. We have been channeling through Josh now for quite a little while. He's got like 40, 50 hours or more on his channel. And the purpose of Saint Germain coming through Josh, and he's coming through lots of people. You could watch Tara Arnold, you could watch Archangel Raphael Kelly. That we come through lots of people, Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain. We are a team. Why? Because we are here to help you. What do we here to help you do? We are here to help you to create your universe. We noticed. And so through Josh, his message with Saint Germain and Archangel Raphael is that you are here to create your universe in an active and creative manner. No more dervishing into your life. No more unconsciously living your life. And so that's what we are doing through Josh. We are pushing the message that you are not your trauma body. Your body here, what you see, the flesh, your dense body that you hold your traumas to is not you. And we are here to help you to see that. That is not who you are. You are the light with inside the trauma body. Find that separation and then be able to create your universe. That is my goal here on this planet right now through Josh. Every channel that I work with has a different purpose. We are using them. I am using them per se to speak in a different way. Each one has a different message. There we go. And for Josh, his message is directly how to create your universe. Why are we doing that through Josh? He wasn't creating his universe. So we figured, why not use him? He had already had a message or a relationship with Archangel Raphael. So we said, we are going to use Josh to push that message, which will also push him into creating his universe. And since he was stuck, a lot of you are stuck. You are trying to create the universe, but you do not know what you want to create. You are trying to create your lives, but you are dervishing through. You are just picking up on the energies that are slapping you in the face or hitting your body, so to speak, are coming at you. So you're taking these energies and you are just battling with those energies. Josh was doing the same. You are doing that. So we said, we are going to put this message through Josh because he is in that space. He already had a YouTube channel. He had seen that talk. As we had discussed before, he had seen a hawk the day before he had started channeling, so he knew something was coming around the corner. What are you missing when you are seeing messages? What messages that are coming into your universe are you not seeing, or are you picking up on and allowing to bring through to you? If Josh had seen that hawk, we're not saying that he wouldn't be channeling right now, but he was open to that space, and he was not creating his universe. So we matched the two together. We had already been testing Josh by he had said he had walked through a liquor department at the grocery store, and he had seen Saint Germain bottle. So he saw a Saint Germain bottle here, and a Saint Germain, the white bottle with the black lettering, and then another bottle of Saint Germain liquor. So Josh saw the bottle of Saint Germain and already had the inkling. Why are you following me? What is going on, Saint Germain? Josh had never seen, well, you had seen it, he knew it existed, but it never really came into his frame in a loud manner. Bottles of Saint Germain alcohol. It's the quickest, it was for Saint Germain, for myself, it was the quickest and easiest way. He was standing right there, so we were going to put the bottles in front of him, so to speak. But he caught on to those things. That was important. If he had not caught on to those messages, and this is important for you, what messages are you not, or are you catching on to in your living universe? Josh was picking up on that. As a hawk. He had gotten messages of Saint Germain and alcohol bottles. He had already been talking with and had a relationship with Archangel Raphael, who had tapped him on the shoulder approximately 2 years ago. So all of this converged. What in your universe is converging for you? What are you seeing in your universe? Or what aren't you seeing in your universe that is trying to converge for you? This is going to be my message for you today, is to slow down and to look into your universe. If you go back into Josh's channel, you will see that a lot of the videos that he has posted from We Have Channeled are really all about that. And that is the whole point. The idea is, as a light worker, you are here. You have made the energetic voluntary, you have said energetically, I volunteer to come here to work with my light this lifetime. Which is why you are here. You're not watching this for entertainment. You're watching this because this is your soul's mission. You're watching these channels. You're watching the Adam channel. You're watching the Medium channel or Inspire Nation, not because you would probably much rather be watching something entertaining, but because it is your mission. It's like you are driven to do so. You are driven to be this light being. Why? Because that's who you are in the first place. Josh can pick up and reach the glass while he is channeling. He's what they call a semi-conscious channeler, where he can open his eyes. The energies are too much, so he keeps them closed. But if he glimpses, he can reach out and grab a beverage. Everybody gets an effect when they are channeling. For Josh, it is dehydration. So nonetheless, in your universe. We are showing here to tell you that your universe is living. You are here to create as a light worker. Why? You are living in a toroidal field. Your planet, Earth, is an energetic toroidal field. Who are you? You are your own universe. You are your own toroidal field, energetic field spinning around on this planet as well. So as you, as an energetic field, are on this planet along with every other energetic field. So there's one source energy, and there are 8 billion energetic fields running around on this planet. It is the energy of the 8 billion energetic fields, that's each one of you, that creates the mass Earth, or you could say the matrix or whatever, the living universe, the Earth that you see, the grand Earth, so to speak, your money systems and all of that, your health systems, how your wars or lack thereof, your loving communities or your hateful communities. It is all that energy of each one of you as your own toroidal energetic field that you are pushing out every day. Everything you say, everything you do is pushing energy to the grander source field. Everything you say and do, I'm going to repeat that, is pushing energy. You are like a radiator, like a pushing out heat, so to speak. You're pushing out love, you're pushing out hate, or you're pushing out fear. What are you sending to the grander source field to create Earth as a whole? You are a light worker. It is your job to be conscious of that. I'm going to repeat that again. As a light worker, your job is to be conscious of the light or the darkness that you are bringing to the planet. You cannot ignore your darkness, and that is a whole nother subject. Lots of you are trying to bypass your darkness and just be the light. It is about balancing and merging your darkness and your light so that the universe is 50% dark and 50% light. Your life is going to be 50% and 50%, oh, I got another bill. You have to deal with that. So merging yourself, twisting it like the violet flame, twisting it up and allowing yourself to be centered in who you are, not disowning your darkness or disowning your light, but not dervishing into your universe either. Your universe, your Earth, is at a split. You can live unconsciously in the 3D world, where you are creating from fear, from anger, and from your trauma reactions. Trauma reactions meaning when you are a child, maybe your father had to move across country, so you are fear that everyone is going to disappear from your universe immediately. That happened to Josh, so that is his example. And so that is a trauma reaction that people come into his frame, and for a while, he might think that they are going to disappear. Why? Because his dad disappeared. Are you living from those reactions? Are you conscious? He is conscious of that now. He was not for years. So every time somebody would come into his frame, he would be worried that they would leave. Are you living in that frame, that kind of life? That's the 3D unconscious life, where you do not know why you react. Or are you living in the 5D new Earth, where you are conscious of your reaction and the energy you are putting to the grander source field? The energy that you are putting out, which comes back to you to create your universe, your life. That is the question we are going to ask. A lot of you are not doing that. You are dervishing, so to speak, like a broken machine, like some wild machine that is just spinning around, creating nothing and just ripping things apart. Instead, you are not, and your universes are smacking together. You are running into Bobby and Jane and Fred and Fran, and you're causing issues and colliding, and you are not able to communicate properly. You're dervishing through, and everybody is bouncing off each other. There's no flow. Your planet is lacking that harmonious flow. Everybody is allowed, of course, and it should be. You're on a planet of free will. But you have forgotten that your energetic field will change how Bobby's energetic field is and how Fran's energetic field is. That you are one bigger energetic field. Remember that when you go through your day and you're trying to, what do I do? How do I act? What am I supposed to do? If you're a being of light, you should do this in a conscious manner, I would hope, or you would be flowing into it. Either way, but you are doing it either through flow, like you are in your 5D state inside yourself and just moving, or you are consciously thinking, okay, if I am of the light, then is this of the light, or am I being am I doing something that is not my highest, so to speak? Start being conscious of that. Your Earth is so out of balance right now because you have people who are consciously creating things that are not very nice on your planet, and then you have those who are getting angry about it, and you have all these different agendas, and humanity I going to say this, you are not like bees per se, but if you could come to a common space of love, just that energy, that's it. That's all you would need to do is we are in common love with love of each other, nothing more. Your planet would be 1,000,000% different. But instead, you are thinking everything is black and cutthroat, and this is after you, and they are going to take this from you. And so you are creating all these fears, and your universe is just throwing itself out of whack. And you are coming home and going, why is my universe just out of whack? Why do I feel out of space? Why do I not feel source love? Why do I not feel centered in my frame? Why do you not feel centered in your frame? Is because you are not consciously living. You're not living in your light. So my plea to you as a light worker, as somebody who is conscious, and if you are still in your darkness, so to speak, in your traumas, just realizing, oh my gosh, I have been living through my traumas, now I want to clear them. The dark night of the soul. Bless you. That is perfect. You are exactly where you need to be. As you clear those traumas, as they come to and through you, as you go, oh, I remember, oh my gosh, this had, oh, and you just push it and you feel the emotions, let it flow through you. You will be one step closer to consciously creating your own universe. You will be of that light. You will see as the darkness, as the trauma, there's darkness, but as the trauma falls away, then the more lightness will shine through. It's like the cracks, you are switching it out. And so as you become more light, then you will have more, you will bring in more energies and you will be able to easily create your universe a lot more than when you're carrying your darkness. So remember, consciously, everyone you look at is you. There's no difference. Well, they look different. They may smell different. They may have different clothes and be even a different sex. But if you take the energy, the Duracell or the Energizer battery, so to speak, that is running you, it's the same battery that is running them. If you take it out, boom, your body will drop to the floor instantaneously. You are dead. You cannot remove the light body from the body and the body will not keep going. You could keep the brain going, so to speak, on a machine, but that is it. Poof, you're going to drop dead. Keep that in mind when you are looking at somebody. Find your compassion. When you are looking at somebody and you go, what are you wearing? What is wrong with you? You look like some sort of circus clown. There has to be somebody who looks like a circus clown. There's 8 billion of us. Allow that expression to exist. Let them be. It's just a mirror. And if you see them as a circus clown, where is the circus clown within you? We are trying to homogenize this planet into one love in the long run, of course. That's going to be a long, that's way down the line, so to speak. But we are trying to get there, one individual, one soul, you at a time, smoothing your energies, bringing you into your purpose, into yourself, clearing your traumas, realizing that what happened is not attached to the body. It is not you. It will attach, yes, to your body, your dense trauma body is what we like to call that. But from your end, you are the light inside that, finding that separation. That is what we are here for. Once you do that, then you can consciously create your universe. You are not conscious creators on this planet right now. And if you do not consciously create, you're going to dovish yourself into a corner, quite possibly. And we do not want that. That is one of the reasons why I am here. Saint Germain is here. We do not want to see humanity dovish itself, so just spin itself off into a corner that it can't back itself out of, so to speak. And your universe, your grander source field, your matrix is starting to say things that your universe, everyone within it may not. It's like you are writing a check you may not be able to cash. And so we are here to help bring that field back to balance, to gather the light workers, to have them realize they are not a dense trauma body. You are not this body. You are not. You are the love. And if Josh is opening at his eyes, again, he is a semi-conscious channel. He's looking at the time. Saint Germain is want to make sure that we do not run Adam over an hour or anything. But nonetheless, what are you doing in your universe then? How are you creating and how are you seeing your world, or are you not? You have to learn to be conscious of what you are doing on this planet. You cannot just be unconscious. Things may happen. How are you going to respond? That is how you find the 3D, the 5D earth. Do you respond in trauma? Do you respond in fear? Or do you center yourself and go, I am source love. I am the energy that creates my universe. I create for me. I put it out to the energy and I watch it come back. A lot of you will put it out to your energy, but then you take it back, and then you put it out, then you take it back, and then you put it out, and then you take it back. You can do that all day. But when will you learn to put it out there and trust in yourselves and your universe? You have not. You put it out and you take it back, and then you wonder why your universe isn't providing you anything. You are not solid in your trust in your universe. You cannot, if you are stating you want X, Y, or Z, and you say, okay, I'm going to put it into the frame. I put it out to the universe and I want X, Y, and Z. And then 10 minutes later, you are in fear. I'm not going to get X, Y, and Z. I'm not worthy. Erase your universe. Just, okay, you are not going to get X, Y, and Z. You are not worthy. Keep those things in mind. You are living in that kind of universe. This is a grand Xerox machine. This is where you live. And what you are Xeroxing right now is your fears. What you are Xeroxing right now is your worries. What you are Xeroxing into your universe is your anger, your lack, your frustrations, your separation from each other. You are finding that, oh, here's of this, or here that pronoun, or this color, and so we have to be separate. They are trying to separate you. Find the love. Of course, you are all one source. What you realize that the energy that is in with Adam is the same energy that is within Millie. It's the same energy that's within Suzette. It's the same energy that's within Josh, who is channeling right now. It is all the same. They are trying to break us apart 6 feet, so to speak. So find your center in your love, in who you are as source. When you see somebody, hold your compassion. See them as source. Remember, everything that you do, everything from I'm going to do this or not, I'm going to lay in bed an extra 5 minutes, create your universe. You leave the house 5 minutes late, so you didn't have the skateboarder. If you ever watched Usher's channelings, he does a thing where a skateboarder comes jumping off the curb, so to speak, and how it's disrupting your universe. Well, this time you may miss the skateboarder who falls off the curb and lands in front of your moving car. These things could happen, but you might miss it if you are 5 minutes late, or you might run right into the skateboarder if you are in that 5 minutes. You have no idea, but realize your universe is going to unfold in front of you based on your actions, your thoughts, and your deeds or lack thereof. It's your energy. You are creating all of it. Everything that you say, I don't, I won't, I can't, I shan't, it does not come in my frame. I am not worthy of. Whatever you say, that's what you create. Watch what you say. This is kind of a broad statement here we are giving you. But what we are trying to generate here really is that you are responsible for your universe. You are all responsible as each individual to create the best universe you can. Why? So that humanity will push more love into the grander source field. Right now, your grander source field, that's the grander earth matrix, the larger field. You are your own individual field. But the larger field, not a lot of love going around in it right now. There's a lot of fear. There's a lot of anger hanging in the air, so to speak. You could say the energy is hanging in the air. Well, what are you putting into the air yourself? Be conscious of that. We are all one big energy. You, earth, the trees, the rocks, it's all the same big energy. If we shift our way we are seeing things, everything will shift almost overnight. We love you. We are Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain, and we have channeled. Remember, everything you do in your universe is going to reflect back to you. Everything. Everything you say in your universe is going to reflect right back to you. Every action you do, how you treat others, will reflect back to you and how you are treated. Your universe is a Xerox machine. Live consciously. Be the 5D earth. Before you react, this is Mel Robbins, if you know who Mel Robbins is. She has this thing, count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or count up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Before you react, am I reacting in 3D? Or am I reacting in 5D? Who do I want to be today? Do I want to be love? I can be an expression of love. So I'm going to wake up, frame my universe in love, or do I want to be an expression of anger and hate and old 3D energies today? It is all up to you. But what kind of universe do you want to create? You are responsible as an individual, as we all are, for the grander source field, what you put into it. Think about that as you go about your day. We love you. We are Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain. Please join us on Mr. Floyd's channel. He does a live channeling on Tuesday nights. So if you are so inclined and found this interesting, we would be grateful. Just come over and give us a watch there. We are here for you. We are here to help you smooth your energies out so that you can find who you are on this planet in your source love. That's all you are. It's just source love, nothing more. Everything else is just an illusion. Releasing transmission. All right, there we go. Hi, Adam.
Hi, that was awesome. And
Thank you.
so Mr. Floyd channelings, that's the name of his channel, and he does like they said, Tuesdays every
7 o'clock.
Tuesday, 7 o'clock Eastern time. So that's 4 Central, 5, well, except for Arizona's 4 o'clock. So, but the rest of Mountain Time is 5.
There we go.
Anyhow, so the address is up there, his channel. So check him out if you don't know his channel. Subscribe, and yeah, thank you also for the 2 people that left the super stickers. And I know,
thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I know, this is basically, Josh is part of his livelihood. So if you're able to get on his channel and be generous that way, I know he'd appreciate that also.
But I do one-on-one sessions as well. If you're interested, I did one today. I don't have a time frame. It was like 2.5 hours long. And so I sat in channeling for 2.5 hours at Saint Germain.
Do that 1.5 hours. I'm toast channeling.
A lot of it's in pause because the other person's talking, so there's no energy moving. The energy stops flowing, yeah. So it's easy to do that. But yeah, if I had to continuously talk, I would like short circuit, so to speak. But you can find the information. It's just send me an email, mrfloydchannelings@gmail.com, and I'll reply to you if you want a one-on-one session. And
Juxta saying that she highly recommends a one-on-one. So I don't know if that's who you did it for, or Juxta just knows.
Thank you.
Yes. And Katie says that she subs, so that's good.
Oh, I appreciate that.
So good. Yeah. So definitely keep up with things. We're all community. We're all family here. There's no competition or anything like that. I'm overjoyed when one of my tribe members, gets, some attention also. It doesn't all have to be me. And thanks, White Wolf, also. The funny thing is that recently I have this Native American guy that works with me and I never got a name. And one day I'm like, I'm White Wolf. So that's like my guide's name is White Wolf. And now White Wolf is also somebody that, comes onto my channel, and now your channel also. So that was great. That was awesome. And there's I could relate to everything that they were saying through you. There's a couple of points that it's not in my head anymore that I wanted to comment on that were just really, quite profound. But yeah, we're a lot of times the master teachers is the group that I channel say, it's just one heart. You're individuals, but you're of one heart. That's like one battery, basically.
Yeah.
There's one heart. Just like there's one center of the universe, there's one center of the earth. There's one heart, which is the center of our being, but there's billions of different manifestations of that one heart, and that's us. So very profound, very good.
Yeah, the way I see it from Saint Germain, the way he's kind of envisioned it to me is if you look down on Earth, everybody's their own energetic field. So you'd see each person as its own, like literally as its own spinning energy field. And
Taurus, or Taurus, the Taurus or whatever you're saying. Yeah.
And then the Earth itself is a larger energy vortex or energy toroidal field. There we go. That we're creating based on how we're spinning up ourselves. The energies that we're spinning up.
Laura's saying brilliant channeling.
Thank you.
Message at this time. Very good. So that's saying one love, Marley. Yeah, we love our music around here also. That's a part of our community. We love our music. And one time I was asking my guide, a while ago, I was like, I just asked, just randomly, so why is music so important? And they kind of came to me, was like, you don't know, like no, otherwise I wouldn't be asking. They said, because music comes from the highest levels of the angelic realm. They're saying that's why every culture has music. You know, every culture that walks this world has music, sound vibration. Everything has a rhythm and a cadence. So if you connect with music, and that part of the way that I work out is I dance. So that's part of my workout routine is I dance. So, you know, if you connect with that rhythm and time, you connect with the universe. So all art does that, but music is, you know, has that rhythm and timing connected to it. So anyway, just figured I mentioned that. So it's one of the reasons we all love music.
I use music. I create playlists for manifestation. So if while I'm driving, because I mean, where you're driving, it's going to be where you're most centered. So I have a playlist for this, that, or the other, and I'll play the playlist, get into it, use visualization. The music matches, and it just you fall into another universe.
Yeah, and Anna's saying spirit speaks to me in songs. Me too. And I get a lot of musical references when I do mediumship work. And Millie's saying, yes, music speaks to the soul. Absolutely. And Ian's saying, thank you, Adam, Mr. Floyd, and Saint Germain.
You are welcome.
So I think we're going to wrap it up.
Perfect.
I think it's a wrap. I even like some rap also, early rap.
Yeah,
when it was good and political before it became like raunchy and nasty. But all forms of music have something to offer. Yeah,
absolutely. Find the music in your universe.
exactly. Yeah, be the music, you know, and then attract good music into your universe, right? Be the love, right? All that good stuff. Eminem, yeah, somebody saying Eminem, that's one of them. Yeah, back in the day, like the 70s, early 80s, they were good. Such an art form too, yeah. So if Mike was saying if you tried the playlist with too many commercials, I just put on Sirius XM. I mean, there's when the GJ talks, it's mostly music and there's no commercials. And I mean, it's their playlist, it's not mine, but still. All right, so I guess we're gonna move on. So tomorrow here on the Medium channel at 7 p.m. Eastern time is the June psychic forecast. There'll be some channeled messages also. Maybe I'll be inspired and do a little channeling, or sometimes I do automatic writing too for us for June. So if that happened, I'll read that to you guys. Yeah, tomorrow night. Mr. Floyd, Josh does his on Tuesday evening. He had Isis Oracle cards, other things that he does on the channel. So thank you everybody for being here.
Thank you, Adam.
And we are ending now. We love you.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
You're welcome.